Hello everybody, I'm Jana from Sydney Visa. Today I'm going to talk to you about a very relevant topic of partner visas. Why relevant, you might ask? Well, because the quotas for these visas have been raised quite significantly this financial year, which means this is a great opportunity for those that has been thinking about bringing their partner across to act now. So let's start about the theoretical part so you understand the entire process in general. So if you are outside Australia and if you are not yet married, then you have two options. First is to apply for a bride or groom visa, which is called the prospective marriage visa, which is the subclass 300. This is the temporary visa which is granted for 9 months, during which upon your arrival in Australia, you must formalize your relationship and apply for a partner visa in Australia. You will be applying then to a partner visa subclass 820 and 801. Your second option is to marry your partner first and then apply directly for the partner visa. So the partner visa subclass 309. Partner visa subclass 820/801 and the subclass 309/100 are the same. The only thing that sets them apart is where you're applying from. So the 820 is filed within Australia and 309 is applied from outside the country. When you apply for a partner visa, whether it is from Australia or outside, you are submitting two applications in one. For a temporary visa, which is the part 820 or 309, and for the subsequent permanent visa, which is the 801 or 100. So once you submit the application for the partner visa, the temporary part, the countdown of 2 years begins, during which you test your mutual feelings for each other, and then after 2 years, if you still are a couple, you granted a PR residency. After these 2 years that have passed, the department requests additional information about your relationship, and based on this, the decision regarding your permanent residency is made. So no additional application is necessary. As I mentioned, the countdown begins as soon as the application is submitted, essentially once you pay the application fee. This means that you don't need to wait for the temporary visa to be granted for the 2-year period to commence. So quite often the temporary and the PR visa are granted simultaneously or with the gap of a couple of months, and this is because the waiting period for this initial visa grant can be quite lengthy. I mentioned that I will look at the cost of application as well, so let's look at the process again, but with the price tag. So if you are unmarried and you're applying for a prospective marriage visa, which is the visa 300, the application fee is 7,715 Australian dollars. You are issued a visa for a period of 9 months, during which you come to Australia, you marry an Australian citizen, and after the wedding you can apply for a subsequent 820 visa and pay an additional application fee of 1,285. If you are already married, then you immediately apply for a partner visa. The class of visa will depend whether you are applying from within or from outside Australia. And you pay the application fee, which is similar to prospective marriage visa. Fee is 7,715 Australian dollars. And in principle, that's all. So after 2 years, you need to provide this additional information I mentioned earlier, and then everything is okay, you're granted a visa. So no additional fees is paid at this stage. Does it make a difference if you apply for a partner visa from within or from the outside of Australia? Well, usually the eligibility criteria and the waiting times for the visa grants are the same, whether you apply from within or from outside Australia. In both cases, it can be months or even years for the visa to be granted. So it is an important consideration for couples how they will wait for the visa. Will they wait together or will they wait separately? When applying from outside Australia, you are expected to wait for the decision outside of the country. When applying from within Australia, a bridging visa is granted to the applicant, which allows the applicant to remain in the country lawfully, awaiting the decision about the partner visa. If you are abroad, you can try and get your tourist visa and enter Australia before applying for your partner visa. If your tourist visa doesn't have the prohibitive condition 8503, which means no further stay, then you can apply for the spouse visa in Australia. The probability of obtaining a tourist visa is about a 50-50 chance, and the probability of the absence of prohibiting condition is only about 10%. But it is worth a try. The application fee for the tourist visa to Australia is only $145. When applying for the tourist visa, we recommend that you do not hide the fact that you have a potential partner or partner in Australia. As some experts advise, it will not increase the likelihood of you getting a tourist visa, but will significantly increase your problems with obtaining the visas in the future. If you are denied the visitor visa, do not worry, this is quite normal, just try again. This is an established bias that it is not possible to obtain a visitor visa to Australia if you have already applied for an immigration visa. This is not true. Theoretically, yes, from the point of view of the internal instructions, you as an applicant for immigration have a kind of a high risk of no return, which gives every reason for the officer to refuse your application. But in practice, the probability of refusals for such application is not higher than even lower than those of the standard applications. So our company has repeatedly successfully assisted in obtaining visitor visas for clients who are already in the process of their immigration journey. I want to spend a few minutes talking about fictitious marriage. Statistically, the immigration flow in Australia through the partner visa program is enormous, accounting for about 40% of all the Australian immigration. The department assumes that at least half of this stream are applicants for fictitious spousal relationship. So over the past 50 years, the department accumulated vast experience exposing such cases. This is essentially why every partner visa application takes such a long time to consider, as the department acts with the presumption that every application is for fictitious spousal relationship, and it is the applicant's job to convince the department otherwise. This is why a true couple can submit an incomplete set of documents and get a refusal on their visa application, while a fictitious couple can get everything right and get the visa grant. There is an opinion that the easiest and the quickest way to Australia is through obtaining a fictitious groom or bride, pay the money, provide the marriage certificate, and get your visa grant in the pocket. But I assure such dreamers that they have no idea how much emotional, financial, and timely costs are involved on top of the amount that you will be paying for your fictitious partner. The price of fictitious Australian bridegroom and bridesmaids range from $72,000 to $150,000 just for the consent to participate in this adventure. All other expenses for the organization of a marital relationship, and that's meeting, travel, cohabitation, and the immigration process will also be yours. And this process can take from 3 to 7 years and sometimes more. Therefore, I advise all couples to seek the help of an immigration lawyer, for example, our company, Sydney Visa, which has many years of experience working with the Australian Department of Immigration and knows how to prove your mutual love and loyalty to them. I invite you to fill out our survey to get your free partner visa eligibility assessment. The link you will find in the comment section below. And thank you for your likes, your comments and subscription to our channel. Cheers from Down Under. Goodbye.